All right, it looks like I'm live. Oh man, it's Saturday. What's going on, everybody? But before I start, let me allow you guys just to roll in a bit. I wanted to hop on live, show my face, and share this old article with you. I mean, this is something that I didn't see, but I figured I would actually hop on and talk about it after reading it. And I didn't even have to read the whole thing to read with understanding a bold-faced lie, but I'll go over that in a second. But, anyways, now this article here that I have up on the screen is an article that was written about Guns N' Roses' former manager, and his name is Doug Goldstein, and he talked about the time when Slash actually worked with Michael Jackson. Well, not even worked with him, but he was deciding to actually work with him. And this is around the time that, Guns N' Roses was a hot rock band in the late 80s into the early 90s. And when Slash decided to let Doug Goldstein know that he was going to go and work with Michael Jackson on the Give In To Me song, of course, Doug Goldstein had nothing positive to say to him about it. He didn't want him to do it. He said, "How are you going to tell Axl?" Axl Rose, of course, is the lead singer of Guns N' Roses, as you guys probably know already. And of course, he said, "How are you going to tell Axl? Because Axl, is a former victim of, abuse and blah, 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 blah." And this is 1991 that he's saying this. Now, mind you, he's saying all of this to Slash about not working with Michael Jackson because of quote unquote allegations. And I'm like, wait a minute, your timelining is wrong, buddy. And this article was written in 2018. This is something that this manager discussed in 2018. And I'm like, how the hell are you actually saying? And let me put the article up on the screen real fast. Now, I don't get, how was the manager actually saying that in 1991 he was suggesting to Slash to not work with Michael because Axl Rose wouldn't like it. But I'm like, how are you telling him not to work with Michael when no allegations came out against Michael? Although this man is totally innocent, no allegations came out against this man until 1993. So what the hell is Doug Goldstein talking about? This man that decided to spill his guts based upon a lie? I don't agree with it. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. And Slash had no problem working with Michael because at the time there was no allegations out there. And even after there were allegations, Slash didn't believe it because him and Michael continued to work with each other and perform together. So it's like this whole Doug Goldstein, he's another bad guy in the situation in the world of Michael. And it's like, it's ridiculous now that all these people now are doing are just trying to tarnish this man's name. And I don't get what was the issue in 1991 when there were no allegations against Michael in 1991. So what was Doug Goldstein talking about? But let me go to the comment section because I see a bunch of you guys popping up. What's going on, Sandra, Mayor, Gabriel, Pretty Angel, Len? What's going on? Yeah, I see 11 of you guys here. What's going on, Moonwalkers? It's Saturday. I'm sorry that there's no podcast today because we have to actually work on this podcast with our new guest that's going to be on the show. So I hope you guys are here for it. I mean, he is a social media sensation. So you guys be here for it. Be here with us, Moonwalkers Chat Podcast. But anyways, yeah, this article, let me put it fully up on the screen. What's going on, everybody? I see you all out there. Now, this article, and I'm going to read from it. Former Guns N' Roses manager Doug Goldstein talked about Slash collaborating with Michael Jackson on 1991's Given to Me, saying that song was marked the beginning of the end for the band, which is Guns N' Roses. Chatting with Guns N' Roses Central, Goldstein pointed out that the collaboration took place shortly after Axl Rose emotionally opened up to Interview magazine about his father sexually abusing him as a child. Let me scroll down a little bit. Hold on. The manager added, so he, Axl, does that huge interview. He bears his deepest, darkest secret, and Slash comes to my room 2 months later and says, "Hey, I'm going to play with Michael Jackson." And the manager says, "What? No." So everybody in the industry knows that Eddie Van Halen got $1 million for playing the guitar and Beat It. I said, "At least let me negotiate the deal." Slash said, "No, it's already been negotiated." And of course, Doug Goldstein says, "What do you mean? You're not going to let me do my job? Look, I need to go to Axel and explain to him what you're going to do hanging out with that blank." I'm not going to say that word because that's not what I ever will identify MJ with, because that's not what he is. But anyway, Slash said it's already negotiated. So the manager says at least give him some ammunition to go to Axel with. And it's just like you're telling him that in order for him to continue on with his career at that time, even though that he was in Guns N' Roses with, of course, the rest of the group and band members, that he had to explain himself to them about career decisions that he wanted to make as a solo artist. No one can tell you how to manage your career based upon a group standpoint. If Slash wanted to go be featured on another record, that's his business as an artist. So I didn't get why he had to explain anything to Axl Rose in the first place, no matter what Axl Rose's, circumstances are or what he felt about Michael. I don't even get how he had any feelings about him, because there was nothing out against Michael in 1991, which means Doug Goldstein is lying, straight lying. That bastard is straight lying. And it doesn't make any kind of sense that these are the type of things that pop up. Even though this article came out in 2018, I'm late to it. You guys probably already seen it, but the fact that he says that back in 1991, just before Slash decides to record with Michael Jackson, they suggest him not to. And they're also suggesting in this same article that Slash being around Michael Jackson and recording with him is the reason why the band Guns N' Roses broke up. I want to hear from Axl Rose on that one. Where's Axl Rose? Axl Rose, where you at? Where you at? I want to know all about it, because it doesn't make sense to me. Because if he hasn't said it, then why the hell is the manager saying it? Understand he might have been there around the band because, of course, you manage them. You're going to be around them all the time. You're going to learn all the ins and outs, their personal business, whatever. But it's like, dude, where did you get that from? That was the reason why the band broke up. I want to know. The clock is ticking. Come on. It doesn't make any kind of damn sense. I don't agree with any of that crap. And I just felt the need to hop on here and share this article with y'all, because it's like, she says, wait, what? Why other people say something about Michael didn't do something wrong? I don't know. But that's the thing, though. This article came out in 2018, April 2018. And I'm just catching wind of it now. I mean, usually when I'm doing my research for other videos, other stories end up coming up. And I was like, wow, I didn't hear about this one. So it made me want to talk about it just a bit. And I said, how much more are they going to actually say about MJ? I mean, come on now. Even though this was 2 years ago, it doesn't make any kind of sense. It doesn't make any kind of sense. And I honestly hope that all of this negativity towards the name of Michael Jackson would actually be put to a stop. But we already know that it's not. I mean, look what's going on now. Leaving Neverland and everything else that's going on surrounding his name. So who else is going to come out and say something stupid? Even though this was 2 years ago in 2018, I still feel the need to speak on it now. And it's a obvious bold-faced lie that Doug Goldstein is telling. Because back in 1991, there were no allegations. So why would Axl Rose have felt any sort of way about Slash going to record with Michael Jackson, despite that Axl Rose is saying that he was sexually abused as a child? That has nothing to do with 1991. 1991, there were no allegations. 1993 is when the allegations popped up, even though they were untrue. So what the hell, again, is Doug Goldstein talking about? Like, it's just ridiculous now. I mean, I try to understand where a lot of these people are coming from, because I know being in the industry, a lot of people like to come out eventually in the future, especially sharing information that's never been out there. they share the wrong sort of information, and it's generally information that's based upon a lie. So eventually it has to stop. It has to stop. But that's just something I wanted to hop on this live and share with you guys. I mean, you guys could check it out for yourself. I'll post the article in the description box down below. But make sure you guys hit that like button if you want to see me appear on camera a little more. That way we can get this channel into the YouTube algorithm. Guys, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. I'm going to do this a little more often as more stories roll in. But check this story out once I put the description in the box. Much love, everybody. And I'm going to catch you guys later.